Hello, mate. How are you doing?
Out for a little stroll?
I'm out for a little stroll. Yes, it's my park, my local park in Copenhagen. It's November and it's gray and a little drizzle from above,
Yeah.
and it's not too cold, but it's like it's a mild autumn. I'd say it's about 10 degrees.
Okay. Oh, nice.
And
Yeah.
where are you?
I'm actually I'm at a gig at the moment. I'm in between, just finished doing sound check. So I've
Okay,
had to come to my car to do the the interview. Usually I'm at home,
right.
but yeah, sorry about that.
What city are you in?
In Melbourne, Australia.
You're in Melbourne. Okay, very good.
So it's been a long time since you've been here, isn't it?
It's been a very long time. It's been 30 years,
Wow.
31 years to be exactly. Yeah. Uh, but I remember it very fondly. The second time we were there, we only did promotion, I think, and
Yeah.
and then when all the work was done, I went up north to Cairns to take some days off, and I walked down the main street. There was this sign outside a shop saying motorcycle safaris. So I went in there,
Yeah.
and the next morning I was on a motorcycle going around in the wilderness
Oh,
on an off-road motorcycle for a few days. So I might just want to do that again.
yeah, why
That
not?
was that was great. Yeah,
Oh, that's great. Yeah. Oh, it's good that you got good memories from down here.
yeah, very good. Yeah,
Got the new, oh sorry, not newish album, but 2000, was it 19? The album A Prayer for the Loud.
Breath Aloud. Yes.
So we're doing a lot of songs from that, because I know through the pandemic, you couldn't really tour and everything. So I guess now is your time to do those songs as well.
Yeah, that was a bit of a bummer. We just finished the album, and less than a year after that, the whole world closed down. So we didn't get to tour much on that album. And then, yeah, so we have to start all over again. But yeah, we're doing a couple of songs from that album, and we're doing a few more songs from the No Fuel album, which was the first one to come out in Australia.
Oh yeah.
And there's probably gonna be a lot of people who would like to hear some of those older songs, but we're gonna mix it up from all the albums.
Yeah. I mean, you got enough of them, so 12 albums, isn't
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
it? How do you remember everything?
How do I remember everything?
Yeah,
Songs, you mean? Yeah.
yeah, yeah.
Well, actually, I think that well, it's not the most complicated music, first of all, and but if you have, I think I have. When you write your own stuff, then it's quite easy to remember,
Yeah.
because then it's sort of, it's in your backbone. But you have to, it's songs that we haven't played for a long time. Then I have to go back and listen and relearn them.
Yeah, yeah.
But once I do that, it kind of sticks in your mind.
Yep.
Yeah.
So, yeah. Has there ever been any songs that you've had to go back and think, oh, how did I do that?
Yeah, sometimes actually, if we that happened for the first time during the pandemic, because then we didn't tour for a while, and some of the melody lines that I have to play, I just, because it's all memory.
Yeah.
So when you don't play it, you're like, your body forgets it. So I had to go back and relearn my hand to play these melody lines that I have to play actually. Yeah. So if you don't keep it up, then it will disappear.
Yeah, yeah, exactly. But talking about melodies, I know in general all your songs, and especially on that album, A Prayer for the Loud, your solos are
Mm.
very melodic on that album.
Okay, thank you very much. Well, I said I like to make it so that you can like hum along to a solo, or you can whistle the. It's sort of. I like to listen to that myself. Guitarists who tend to be melodic rather than fast. Fast is fine, and you know, and flamboyant is fine too. But melodic is something that will stay with you. You remember that, and when you listen back to it, maybe over time, then they can remember the melody. I think that's a good quality.
And Jesper, your brother, his voice on this album, I found's really good. It reminds me of Steve Tyler in some parts. I don't know if anyone's said that to him.
Okay. Well, he'll be happy to hear that. That's for sure.
Yeah. Yeah. Especially in the song If the World Just. In that one, you could really hear it. Like it, yeah, it sounds great.
Okay, yeah. Very good. I'll tell him.
Yeah. So I grew up in a band, playing with my brother as well. He played drums, I play guitar. And I mean, you guys have been going for a long time. So how is it playing with your brother for such a long time?
Well, I played in other bands, but we've always done things together. Before we played in a band, we're very close in age, so we did everything together, and we were skateboarding kids back then as early teens, and we always made projects together. So playing music was just another project, but it has its ups and downs. Of course, it has, like, family. That's good and bad.
Yeah.
Family is for better and worse. We all know that.
Yeah.
But we have the advantages that we have this. I think we can, when we write songs, we can tap into the feeling without discussing where it's going.
Yep.
So, I mean, we can sort of, that's when, and then we can follow the same direction if we don't think too much about it. And sometimes it goes wrong, of course, but when it works, then it works in a good way, in that sense that we tap in into the same direction without talking about it.
Yeah, I know exactly what you mean.
Yeah.
I mean, you do hear a lot of stories. I know, especially when Van Halen, when Eddie was alive, you hear stories about him and Alex that getting into fist fights and arguments, but then because they're brothers, they just get back together and everything's okay.
Yes. Yeah. And they had a special relationship, but I don't know much about that. But I remember seeing them live. That I think they were like one instrument.
Yeah.
And they just played so tight together. They were locked in a way that I haven't heard anyone else been. There was like one person playing guitars and drums at the same time. It was amazing.
Yeah, that's true. Actually, I saw an interview you did. I can't remember what it was, but you were saying that after hearing Van Halen or Eddie Van Halen, that was like your calling for you. Is that right?
Yes. It was, and I was totally bummed out when he died, because I felt that I hadn't seen him. I have only seen them twice, because they never toured Europe much. Maybe 3 or 4 times, maybe. Not even, maybe just a couple of times, I think. But anyway, that was a calling, and he was just a master. He was like, his virtuosity was like out of this world. He invented that style, and not even he could do all these flamboyant things and all the tapping and playing fast and all that, but his musicality and his sense of melody was very original.
Oh, for sure.
Yeah, and you just have to hear 2 notes and you could hear it was him.
Yeah,
like,
exactly.
So personal. Yeah.
Yes. Yeah, that's right. Now, your bass player, Stig, his basses are amazing.
Yeah. Yeah, he has a lot of good. He has a good time developing basses.
Yeah. So do they all have 2 strings?
They all have 2 strings, and they all sound like a bass, which is quite incredible, actually.
Yeah.
So.
Yeah, I've heard about the iPhone one, but I haven't seen it yet.
It's very heavy. It's like 40 kilos. It won't make it to Australia. I'm sorry, but yeah, it's but it works. It actually works. It will show you things on the screen, and it sounds like a bass. So it's fun. Yeah.
So do you know how many basses he's bringing to Australia?
It's I don't mess with that department. It's too much work. So you'll have to ask him.
Yeah. So your drummer, now how do you say his name? Is it Lost?
Laust.
Loust. Sorry, Loust.
Yes. Yeah.
So he's a really great muso as well, isn't he? He plays everything.
Yeah. He's really good.
Yeah,
He's
no,
the
cool.
young guy. He's the new guy. Yeah.
Yeah. Been there for a
Yeah.
while, hasn't he?
Yeah.
So it's down next week. So you're playing in Australia. Now, where do you go after that?
One show in Singapore, then back to Scandinavia, playing a show for a radio station in Stockholm. They had like an anniversary, I think.
Okay.
So we're playing outside. After being in Australia and the hot weather, we go to play outside in Stockholm in like almost freezing, which is crazy. And then we don't have a show until next year, and we're gonna write stuff. See if we can write some new stuff.
Yeah.
And over the winter. Yeah.
Yeah. Did you get much chance to do any writing over the whole pandemic?
We did, and we didn't, because it was sort of like I found it very hard to do anything at all because everything stopped. You couldn't plan anything. It was just like there was like no energy, no inspiration. So we did some, and we played some shows that were like restricted shows for like 300 people sitting down with like 1 meter between them. And it was just like, it was all start and stop all the time because then you have show cancels all the time. Then you try to plan other shows. And well, so actually we didn't do much work at all. Yeah, I was just walking around here, as you can see.
Yeah.
Doing, listening to podcasts, and that was all I did, having coffee.
Yeah. Have you got many interviews after my one?
No, this would be the last one for today, and then I'm off to packing and preparing for my departure on Sunday.
Yeah.
Yeah.
For the long flight down here.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Tell me about it.
Yeah. Yeah. No, it's gonna be great though. Yeah, can't wait to see you guys. I'll be there.
Very good, sir. Yes,
Yeah.
I'm looking forward.
Yeah, good luck with all the tours around Australia, and hopefully we can meet up once you're here.
Absolutely. And enjoy your show.
Yeah, thank
today.
you. Yeah, got to go in 20 minutes. So
Give it hell.
Yeah, well.
Very good. Okay.
All right. Well, thanks, Jacob. We appreciate your time.
You're welcome. See you down there.
Yep. See you in Australia.
Okay.
Bye-bye.
Take care. Okay, bye.